Hello everyone, welcome to the episode of Whiteboard series. In this episode, I'm going to talk about the importance of childhood cartoons. As we all know, all of us have different sets of cartoons that we have watched during the childhood, like Tom and Jerry, Ninja Hattori, Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, and what else is there? Courage the Cowardly Dog. And there are many sorts of cartoons that we have watched in the childhood, and there are reasons that we have watched this cartoon in the childhood. Nothing happens accidentally in this universe. Everything happens according to the plan of the Kal Chakra. So, as per the Kali Yuga, you were born in the 1990s. According to the plan, then you had to watch Tom and Jerry in Cartoon Network at that point of time, so that you get influenced, that is, your subconscious mind gets influenced by that show, and it affects your whole adult life. So all the shows that we have watched throughout the childhood, throughout the adolescence, like it may be Friends, How I Met Your Mother, or Two and a Half Men, or whatever it is. I don't know what you guys have watched. It may be something else. So it depends on what karma you have done in the past, that you had to watch that TV show, that Cartoon Network, that Pogo, Nickelodeon in that point of time. So everything was planned. That is, as per your karma, you were meant to watch that show. You were meant to be influenced by that show. That is, your subconscious mind had to be influenced by that show during that point of time. So it was all planned. Now, the reason I'm talking about all these subconscious training is because the world needs to work in a certain way. That is, in Kali Yuga, in the 21st century, the world had to work in a certain way through the help of you. That is, you had to contribute to the world in a certain way, due to which that cartoon, that show had to influence your subconscious mind. So every one of us are working based on the subconscious training that happened in the childhood. That is, whenever your parents went away from home, whenever you were watching TV at home all alone or with your siblings, you trained your subconscious. You made it feel comfortable. And that comfort, that subconscious warmth that happened in the childhood is now controlling your life. Your whole adult life is now running behind the comfort that you got in the childhood. So you're running behind Tom and Jerry, you're running behind Naruto, Ninja Hattori, or whatever it is. You're running behind that warmth. Even now, you may call yourself an adult. That is, your human body might have become an adult, but your subconscious is still a child. That is, it is still running behind warmth because it doesn't like to be in the cold. That is, every dreamer, right, inside Maya, as I told in the previous videos, our real self is Sadashiva. Sadashiva is a consciousness which doesn't dream, doesn't watch any TV show, doesn't watch any cartoons, is not looking for any warmth. Shiva is a person or a dude who is always Sigma. That is, he doesn't go behind warmth. He doesn't go behind anyone. He is all alone and self-sufficient. He doesn't care about anyone. He doesn't indulge himself in any kind of drama. So that is what Sadashiva is. So Sadashiva is a consciousness which doesn't involve itself in anything. Because if it involves, then it belongs to the Maya. So the Maya Leela of Mahavidya Tripura Sundari is very seductive in nature. It is very warm. Her womb is very warm. It gives you comfort. It gives you food. It gives you sleep. It gives you sex. It gives you power. It gives you money, fame, love, depression, anxiety. It gives you the knowledge of speech, the knowledge of communication. It gives you intellect. It gives you scientific knowledge. It gives you the will to exist. So Mahavidya Tripura Sundari's womb, that is the Maya, gives you so much warmth and so much chaos at the same time. That is, since childhood, we are drawn towards drama. We are drawn towards art, music, dance, and we are drawn towards everything that happens in life. Everything, like, for example, now, if there is a fight going on in your neighborhood, and let's say one guy is meditating in your neighborhood, what would you prefer to watch? So you would prefer to watch the neighbors who are fighting rather than the neighbor who is meditating, because the neighbor who is meditating is boring. Like, who would watch a neighbor who is meditating whole day? He is not doing anything. But you would like open your binoculars and open your all detective goggles to watch the neighbors fight, because you love drama. That is why we are there in this Maya. Because you are a gossiping dreamer. You're a curious, enthusiastic dreamer. That is why you are there inside Maya. That is why we are all Vishnus. So Vishnus are basically dreamers. I'm not talking about the causal Vishnu. Causal Vishnu dreams of an entire universe. To dream of an entire universe, you have to be that intelligent. Right now, we are not that intelligent. We are just like poor dreamers. That is, we dream of all shitty things like anger, greed, lust, jealousy, and all that. So we have been put to the respective universe. That is, every dreamer has a particular loka. Loka meaning solar system. If you are a very dharmic dreamer, then you will be born in Bhuva, Swaha, Maha, Jana, Tapa. If you are a adharmic dreamer or a medium dharmic, adharmic dreamer, then you will be born in Burloka. If you are a very adharmic dreamer, then you will be born in Atal, Vital, Sutal, Talatal, Mahatal, Rasital, Patal. So it all depends on how you dream and the amount of thoughts you have. That is, if your thoughts are very sattvic in nature, you will be born in the upper lokas. If your thoughts are very rajasic, tamasic, then you will be born in the lower lokas. So as per your dreaming capabilities, as per your thought training capabilities, you are born in the certain lokas, and every loka will have their own TV show. That is, in Burloka you watch Tom and Jerry or whatever. In some other loka there will be other TV shows, other entertainment shows that you had to watch in childhood. So every life that you lead, that is every parallel life in different lokas, have their own TV shows, and they are training their subconscious as per the dharmic level of that loka. So the dharmic level of Burloka, we had to experience cartoons like Tom and Jerry, Doraemon, then Ninja Hattori and all that. Also during the adolescence, we had to experience TV shows like Friends, How I Met Your Mother, Two and a Half Men and all that. So as per the dharmic adharmic balance of that respective loka, we were made to watch that TV show, and now we are with all the subconscious training, acting as adults. But nobody is an adult actually. If you observe, every human on this earth is still running behind the warmth that they got in childhood. That is, during childhood is the most warm phase where your parents are very kind to you. Your friends are also stupid like you. Your cousins, relatives are also stupid like you. So everyone are in their own zone, and it's like a very warm phase of life. So every loka will have its own entertainment. Like for example, in the Goloka, that is in the causal realm, where Krishna is playing the flute and all the gopis, all his friends are dancing. So there in the Goloka, our parallel self is Krishna's friend. Like it may be Sudama, Balram, Radha, whoever it is. We are enjoying in the Goloka, our parallel self. Our parallel self might be sleeping in some river in Krishna's village. And in the Kailasa Parvata, they're not the one physically present in North India right now. I'm talking about the causal Kailasa Parvata. There we might be some Gana of Shankar Mahadev. We might be Ganapati himself, we might be Subrahmanya himself or Nandi. Who knows? Our parallel self might be something different. So every loka, our parallel self is living its life. And the interesting thing is, none of them is you. All the parallel selves, right? It belongs to the Maya only. So if you observe closely, who was the one who played GTA Vice City in the childhood? Who was the one who played Bounce Tales in his Nokia mobile? Who was the one who watched Naruto in Nickelodeon? Who was the one who watched Death Note? Or whatever it is that you watched in childhood, who was the one? Just ask yourself, who was the one who experienced those childhood memories? Is it you? Or is it someone whom you considered it as you? Yeah, I'm giving time for you to process, because every one of us have thought that the character, that which may be Aditya, or you may be Ramesh, Suresh, John, Jason, whoever you are, the person who was watching all those childhood cartoons was not you. It was just a character made in the Maya, so that it works for the Maya. It works for the Kali Yuga, it works for the Burloka, so that some kind of development happens in the space-time story of Burloka. So in Burloka, during Kali Yuga, you had to be born so that some kind of events take place and you contribute to the Maya. So in the Maya, you are just a character who is playing his or her role, and you were made to subconsciously train yourself using these TV shows. But at the end of the day, all this training done was not for you, it was just for the characters. So you're not the character, you're not the one who watched Tom and Jerry, you're not the one who watched Dragon Ball Z. You're just the character that you entered during Kali Yuga phase of the Maya. So in the Burloka, in some timeline, your consciousness, which is devoid of thoughts, devoid of emotions, devoid of everything, just entered to see what Aditya is doing, what Ramesh is doing, what Suresh is doing, what Rupesh is doing. So it just entered the Maya to watch the characters. Because it had a desire, strong desire to be Aditya, strong desire to be Rupesh, strong desire to be whoever you are. So it had a strong desire to watch the character. And that's why it is here. But at the end of the day, when you die, in the last second of your death, you will realize that all you were looking for was just warmth. Warmth from the Maya, warmth from the womb of Mahavidya Tripura Sundari. Because in the cold winters of the nothingness, the reason I mention it is cold is because there is no one there. There is just you. That is the truth. You, the Sadashiva, is the only truth. He is the only one watching. He is the only one who is existing. There is no one who is existing beyond you. You are that observer who created the entire multiverse. By you, I don't mean the character you. By you, I mean Sadashiva himself. The purest state of consciousness is the only thing that is existing, and nothing else is true. Rest of all this creation, from Kali Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, Treta Yuga, Satya Yuga, everything, all the lokas, Bhurbhuva, Swaha, Mahajana, Tapa, Satya, every loka, all the 14 lokas, everything is just a thought process in the mind of Sadashiva. So, this is a spoiler alert. The whole life that you led from childhood till now is everything false. And whatever is going to happen in the future is also false. All this is movie, a three-dimensional movie, which you are not able to skip, which you are not able to pass through in a faster manner. You are going in a slow pace, day by day, until your physical death happens. Just wait until the truth arrives. That is, death is not the end of life, it is the revelation of truth. So never be afraid of death, because during death, you will realize that you were never this character. The character had to die during that point. There was no escape. That is to make you realize that the Maya that you created, there is everything I'm telling. From all the characters, all the relatives, friends, everything was going on inside your mind. And nothing was going on outside your mind. Because outside the mind, there is nothing. There is pure silence, pure winters. The reason I tell it's winters because it is very cold. Not in a temperature manner, cold in terms of emotions, cold in terms of love. Because even love, thoughts, emotions, all are Maya. That is why Shiva is represented to sit on Kailasa Parvata in the midst of snow. Because Shiva doesn't care about the warmth. He only cares about the truth. Whereas Vishnu is a being who sits in Adishesha comfortably with Lakshmi massaging his feet, with all the Tattva Devatas like Indra, Vayu, Agni, then Parivar Devatas like Hanuman, Garuda. So Vishnu is a being with all the comforts of all the lokas, all the dreams, all the Maya. So we are the Vishnus who are sitting comfortably inside the womb of Mahavidya Tripura Sundari. Because we as Vishnus, we as dreamers love warmth. We don't like the cold winters of truth. So it is all up to you whether to continue this Maya as a Vishnu. So there's no harm, there's no guilt, there's no wrong, there's no bad in continuing the Maya. You can continue the Maya. That is, you can continue your thoughts, dreams again and again. That is, you can change the character from Aditya to Ramesh, Suresh, Rupesh or whoever. Or you can make it full rich like Ambani. Or you can make it full powerful like Donald Trump, Modi or whoever it is. So you can upgrade your character from Aditya to someone else. But at the end of the day, everything is Maya. There's no truth living inside the Maya. So if you want the truth, you have to stay in the cold winters of Kailasa Parvata, not the physical one. I'm talking about the real Kailasa, which is all around the womb of Tripura Sundari. Not even the causal Kailasa. I'm talking about the Kailasa all around the Maya, just pure nothingness, pure solitude, because you're the only one who is existing. Rest of all your friends, relatives, people are Maya that you yourself created when you were a causal being, when you are a causal being. So I hope I have brought some light to your consciousness. Thanks for watching. We'll meet in the next video. Jai Mahakal.